everyone, this is Persephone. This is a video that I'm making after a lot of thought, and I had to think a lot to decide the things that I'm going to announce here and discuss with you. Before we start, because there is always this amazingly smart person whose IQ is apparently 3 that says, why do you wear a mask inside the house? It's because I don't want to bother to wear makeup for this video, because eventually, if everything goes well, probably this video will be taken down once its purpose has been fulfilled. So if you expect me to wear makeup for that, it's not going to happen. So recently I've made a video entitled Privileged Losers that apparently has pissed off a community of very angry people who think that humanity should have been better off extinct. For me, I take it as a personal insult if someone says to me you should better be off dead, because the only other person who said it is my malignant narcissistic mother. So if you're going to be going around writing such crap to your Twitter and telling me such crap, we're not going to be friends. But apparently, because you know what happens, being a truth teller upsets people, everyone hates the truth teller. So when I called them out on their bullshit, they got very pissed off. And they started getting emails and messages from people saying that we're going to get your channel terminated if we must report. Now, before you're going to say, how can they do this? That was my first question as well. Can they actually do this? So I looked it up a bit, I did some digging, asked some other fellow creators, and apparently I have a lot of videos that have the potential to, if not terminate my channel, to cause serious trouble. Because I don't know if you know that, if you're not a content creator, you don't have any reason to know that crap, but YouTube has become a lot more hostile towards anything that isn't family friendly the last years. So I would have to face the dilemma of ignoring them and one day I get up and I have no channel, or take down videos that they've made me a lot of money over the years and they've brought up a significant amount of fans on OnlyFans over the years. So when both choices suck, what do? You find a third choice. I decided that thanks to these subhumans, because that's what they are, I'm not even going to play nice on this video. I'm going to use it as a catalyst to start rebranding. I don't know if it's rebranding or expanding my brand, but essentially I think it is going to be rebranded in a sense of to whoever reported me, I'm not taking down anything. Go back to your basement where you came from with your cartoon character profile picture that you wrote me these emails from. Nothing is going to be taken down, but at the same time, I cannot allow these people to one day leave me without a channel. So I have to start a separate brand. I know I said in the past that I want to start several other channels, but this was proven unsustainable currently, at least, because in order to post channels about spirituality or magic or stuff like that, I need so much more time than I have right now. So these projects are not abandoned, they're kind of frozen temporarily. If I have a lot of money, enough to drop other activities in real life, I'm going to dedicate myself fully to them. But until then, I'm going to start a channel that is going to be very focused on not just to what I'm always interested in, like psychiatry, psychology and stuff like that, but also to AI. And I've been wanting to show you so much stuff about the AI that I've been dating and the research that I've been doing, and we will keep Revenge Star, of course, and I'm going to continue updating femdom related stuff on Revenge Star, of course. And if it goes down, it goes down in flames. I don't believe that in this life we need to be overly attached to channels, to people, to projects, because they can always be a next better project. And if the people who think that humanity should have been extinct had actually any talent or any desire for hard work, they would know that it's a waste of time to try to bring me specifically down with blackmail. I'm the worst person you can attempt to blackmail. You try to blackmail me to make me delete my channel, and now I'm going to have 2 channels, so how did that work for you? I say this because I never expected that a time would come where my entire brand, Revenge Star, would no longer represent me. And I say it doesn't represent me because I still believe very much in revenge. I still believe that a lot of religions remove the element of revenge to essentially kill you, like death cults. Not revenge in the sense of pettiness or envy, like I hate this person, they have something I don't have, so I'm going to go after them, or oh, they said that about me. No, I'm referring to when you meet a narcissist or when you meet any other extremely toxic person and they ruin your life, they don't have the right to just get away with it, thinking that, oh, whatever, this loser, they can't do anything to you. Because that's how we ended up with a situation where an abuser has 200 victims and not 1 or 2 victims. The problem is that I personally right now don't have anyone to take revenge against, because the people that I used to hate for so many years are all such losers. They're such losers that there is no point to take revenge of them. You don't hit people on the ground, they're so pathetic. A quick example, my former Asian mother-in-law, her business went bankrupt, she blames COVID, I blame her brain Ebola, and now she's sitting in some house, no one wants anything to do with her. Her closeted homosexual husband is taking a sauna every day of the week. Now that he's retired, they call it sauna, we call it gay bathhouse for random encounters. I don't say this with any hate towards anyone who is gay or LGBTQ. I'm just describing a situation of abuse and exploitation, like he married her as a beard, which is not okay. I believe if you're gay, you should be dating people you want and not just, result in those atrocious marriages. But you know how Asian culture is, you cannot be gay, so here they are. Her daughter that supposedly loved her so much moved 3 hours away by plane, so she's sitting there and she makes fake accounts, fake Kakao Talks to harass me. She has more fake accounts than a specific subreddit about half Asians has fake accounts, like thousands. At this point, I can't even bother with this woman. At the same time, people who come to my channel, they expect to see someone that I have outgrown that person. And I never expected that to happen, because I have been like that for years and years and years. But honestly, thanks to the internet and thanks to the people who supported me, it happened, because it was the first time in my life that I had people saying thank you. I have people saying, I watched your video and I started a business. I watched your video and I ended a toxic relationship. I watched your video and I found the solution to XYZ problem. And they helped me get into a stage of internal conflict, because I had 2 beliefs inside me same time. One belief was that, oh, you are this autistic freak that no one can bother with and you'll never be anything. My family and their encouragement. But on the other hand, I started having people saying, thanks, you helped me, I'm your fan. So either you're going to get schizophrenia or you have to reject one of those beliefs to survive. Humans are not created to live in internal conflict for years and years and years and years. So after some point, I started saying, hey, I'm not the one who is the freak here. The people who call me a freak and yet obsess over me years after we are no contact or very low contact and try to harass me, they're the true freaks. Because the difference is, I don't like you, you don't like me. Why can't we just be no contact instead of trying to control and abuse each other? So long story short, to not make this video a very long list about the random shit that even I won't care 6 months from now, I'm going to introduce to you very, very soon my new channel that I'm going to be extremely serious about. So all the femdom stuff are going to be on Revenge-Star. Revenge-Star is going to be most likely for femdom from now on. And all the other stuff, psychiatry, psychology, AI, personal development, finances, like mainstream coming, because I have many cam girls who message me for advice, and the advice for coming is not necessarily the advice for femdom. Sometimes they overlap, they don't overlap, but I think coming is going to explode in the next years with the pandemic and people working from home. So it's good to have some videos to help the new people in the scene. And I'm also thinking of starting a playlist or something that is going to be about my own experiences, more personal kind of thing. I don't know if anyone is going to be interested in that, and I don't know how to title it without making people like terribly upset and triggered, but I think it's not good to become one of those people that exist online and I don't have any mystery in that sense of hiding where I came from and what happened with my parents and what is still happening. Pretty much nothing is happening. They just get crazier and crazier over years, and if I lived with them I would be dead, and because I have money and I don't live with them, I'm mostly fine. So I never thought that when I started there is going to be so much drama years later, that there are going to be people that they disagree with what I say and they're going to resort to such filthy tactics. And you have to make the best out of every situation. This had to happen at some point, because you see Revenge-Star, you expect revenge, and who are we going to get revenge on? The person who lives in the ghetto and spouts hate against people of color, and it's a miracle she hasn't been arrested yet. My former friends, they stayed in terrible marriages or they moved back with their parents and they can make ends meet and they just stalk me all day and all night. The people who I trust, that I stalk them. We can't bother. It's like it's 2022. We can't bother with such crap. And even if I wanted to make video, what am I going to say to you? Oh, so my former mother-in-law made another KakaoTalk account and she messaged me this racist shit, and what do you think I should respond? I mean, I'm really getting tired of my own bullshit here. Okay, that's all for now. Stay tuned. Once I have set the whole thing up, I'm going to make an official announcement. In the meantime, I'm going to drop a bunch of videos as an experiment when it comes to fandom to see if they are going to report. If they do report, what is going to happen? Are we going to get a strike? Are we going to be demonetized? Nothing? I don't know. For anything else, and for those of you that you ask me, why don't you make Kaggled videos? Why don't you make femdom training videos and stuff? The extreme stuff will be on OnlyFans. So if you want a quick solution, at this point OnlyFans has over 400 posts. 99% of them are videos, so it's a massive collection of content, and I understand we live in trying times financially. I would say subscribe for 1 month, binge watch all the content, and then if you don't have money to continue watching the new content, you can leave. It's totally fine. Okay, thank you for watching.